Alright guys, it's November the 2nd, it's Friday, and it's about 11 a.m. Had to run to Home Depot this morning and get some lights for the shop. Like I talked about in the previous video, the lights are just in bad shape up there. I got 4 or 5 lights that I was able to salvage, but for the most part, the rest of them were just trash. The ballast was burnt out, and they were just beyond repair. So I got some 4-foot LEDs to hang up there this morning. Got some paint as well. I got a few places I'm gonna put some paint in there today. Put a little color inside the shop. So plans have changed also. I'm bringing some logs over today. I got about 8 walnuts on the trailer ready to be unloaded. But we've had some terrible weather last night and this morning both. And the rain has stopped right now, but in about an hour, according to Mr. Weatherman, it's supposed to start back. So we'll just kind of hold out and see what happens on that. But maybe Saturday or Sunday, I'll start bringing some logs over and get the Mahinder out and start moving some stuff around. So I'll probably spend most of the day and this evening and probably tonight as well working in the shop and getting it ready for the sawmill. I got a little bit of cleaning to do and some painting before I bring the Wood-Mizer in, and hopefully by this weekend or the first of the week I'll have enough stuff done to where I can bring the Wood-Mizer in and it won't be in the way of any more improvements I got to do. But things are going as planned, and I may have covered this on a previous video, I'm not sure. I've done so many videos on talking about this move and post on Patreon and such. I don't know if I even covered this or not, but the kiln is moving here, and hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll be bringing it over. I got in contact today with a guy who specializes in moving buildings. So I'm going to go over to the old house and take the wiring off, disconnect, and all the power supply from the back of the kiln. And all the fans and the actual kiln unit, remove all that, and hopefully he'll be able to get over there and get that thing pulled up on a flatbed and get it moved over here for us. Also got to build a retaining wall. The pad for the kiln on 3 sides of it is kind of high. It wasn't exactly really level where they put that pad, but it was the best place for it in relationship to the sawmill and my configuration here on how I want to do things. So we got to build a small retaining wall, which shouldn't be a big deal. I've built a few of those already in the past. So we'll take care of that probably after the kiln's here. Alright guys, I got 3 more LED lights this morning. These are 4-footers at Home Depot. And here's what I'm looking at doing. I've got 3 already mounted. And these are the ones I was able to salvage here that was in decent shape after I cleaned them up a little bit and got the hair off of them. And what I'm probably going to do is put those 3 on the same side that match each other. I got to raise that one up a little bit. It's a little too low compared to the other ones. I like to have them all looking the same if I can. And on this side of the shop, I'll have those 3 original lights. Then on this other side of this part of the shop, I'll have the 3 new ones. And after that's done, I'm gonna get some water in a bucket and get up around the ladder and try to clean off these rafters a little bit, because they are pretty nasty. There's a lot of cobwebs and a lot of rabbit hair still hanging up there. So that's what's going on this morning, doing some cleanup and hanging some more lights. And over here on this OSB board that the electrical panel's mounted to, I'm going to be painting that today barn red. Put a little bit of color in here. I hate the look of just regular OSB board. I think it looks terrible. I don't feel like taking off that panel and remounting it right now either. That conduit going on. I think I'm just going to put some painter's tape on the conduit and put a little barn red paint on there to kind of brighten things up in here a little bit. But things are looking better. The shop is a whole lot cleaner than it was when we bought it. Still got some repair work to do though. Over here in the corner, he must have had some rabbits in here at one point over here, because the concrete, it looks like some acid damage to the top of the concrete where it's kind of shelled off. So he probably had some cages over here at some point and didn't realize that the rabbit urine was going to damage the concrete like this. But I'll get some epoxy concrete in here mixed up and fill in those holes, and we'll patch it up the best we can. More damage in there, so not good, but we can repair it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix it right now before I bring all the tools in here. So I'll be more apt to do it now than I would later. Now over here in the sawmill side of the shop, I've already got my sharpener over here, my jointer as well. That was some of my heaviest tools. I had the movers bring over when they brought our furniture over last week. New Holland's already parked in here as well. And I'll probably be putting the Mahindra somewhere in front of it. But I will be building a small barn over here to house all the tractors because I want to use this area that the New Holland is parked on right now for lumber storage for air drying. Things are moving good. Got to do my lighting in here as well. I've got all those rabbit cage 2x4s that were hanging from the rafters. They've all been removed. I've also got to remove these on the end right here. I'll pop those off and get rid of them. Also last night I removed this outside wall that folds up. You can see it laying outside of the barn. We're going to be removing this post right here and that post, and that would give us a 13-foot wide opening to bring in timber for the mill. And I know what you're thinking, what's going to support that wall if that's not there? Well, we'll deal with that as well. Up here on the rafter, I'm going to put a post on both sides and run a beam across, probably use hemlock or something I got on hand to support that roof. Right here in front of me is where the Wood-Mizer will be setting. We'll be doing our sawing from right here. So it's over there right now, waiting on me to get done so I can get it moved in here.